Alright, well, I will start off by saying, hi, I'm Makeup Jeannie. As I like to say too, I dream of makeup Jeannie. It's kind of dumb, I know. I'm not all there sometimes. Okay. I don't know how this is going to turn out because my camera is in a different position from where I normally have it. So I'm kind of looking up just a tad, but I will be here while I'm doing stuff. I mean, I think it's gonna work. I don't know if it's the camera that's crooked or me. Should throw that out there. But anyway, in my hair right now, I did nothing with it, so it looks really bad. I pulled it back just to put the makeup and stuff on. And this is some new products that I have. I'm not even really sure how to pronounce it, so we're going to do my best. There's nothing in my teeth, just making sure. I have three products here. We have the Guerlain Paris. It's the meteorite base. Then I have the Aqua Nude foundation that they have. And then I also have the meteorites. These are, it's called Light Revealing Pearls of Powder. So I'll take it out. It's a beautiful product. The only problem I had at first, well, when it came in, was they are all three scented perfume. And I wasn't 100% sure that I was going to be able to handle it with it on my face. But the smell kind of dissipated, which is fine. And it's lilac, I think is what it is, the scent. Let me see if it tells me on the side here real quick. Or on the box. But it's pretty much a theme throughout all their products that it has this smell in there. But no, I'm not seeing what it is here. Maybe one of the little sheets of paper will have it. But these are not cheap. These are anywhere between 40 and 80 bucks for these, for this brand. And they have everything. They have lipsticks, they've got mascaras and stuff. This here, the meteorite base, got a little too close, y'all. It wouldn't focus. There we go. These are little pink pearls in here, and I hate to squeeze any out because let me see if I can get just the tiniest amount, just because of the price of it. Okay, because you see that the liquid is clear other than the pink pearls, but the pearls smush as it comes out, and then it's this oh my God, like just super soft, but it has like a little tiny, I dropped the other thing, iridescent to it. I don't know if any of that's picking up on the screen. But that is that one. That is the meteorite base. And then I dropped the, oh, we don't want to show my head. Probably have holes in the back of my head. Okay. Then this is the Pearl Meteorite powder. It has a little sponge over the top. They're all different little colors. I did kind of just run the sponge over a little bit and dabbed earlier. This one, which is, it's a BH Cosmetics #1, and I just kind of just go over the top lightly like this, and then, you know, just put it where you need it type deal. This also works as a baking powder. It said somewhere, I read that. I mean, even though it's not a loose powder, but it still does. And it also has a really pretty, I guess the word would be luminosity to it. It's pretty. And then this is a medium coverage, almost to a almost non-existent coverage. That's what I'd call it. But that is what I'm wearing. So there's that. As far as the eyes and stuff go, I'm a little behind as far as everybody else on social media everywhere has their JeffreeStar. Mine came in. I just haven't had time to sit down and do a video and reveal on it. But I got the mirror, which I love. And then I also got the Queen Bitch JeffreeStar Mini Liquid Velour lipsticks. Right there. I am the Queen Bitch. Okay. Not really. I can be if I want to be. Then my Blood Lust palette, which I've already seen, I'm sure, 50 million times, but I'm tearing the box up that is coming up. My order through Beautylish, not JeffreeStar Cosmetics, because I never could get his site to go through. So as soon as I got into his queue, and it would never do anything, it just kept going, going, going. So I was like, all right, that's it. Let's go ahead and refresh his page. So I did. And I went on to Beautylish and Morphe, I think it was. But they didn't have everything. Beautylish had everything. But I forgot to order my highlighter. So the highlighter that I'm using, which was a purple, is from the Aurora by Anastasia Beverly Hills. And I don't know if it has a color in here, but let me see. Yes. Spectra is the color I'm using. This one right here. I figured being the slight purple would go good with this. I love the little clasp. You actually, like it clips, I don't know if you can hear that. And I was even like amazed with this palette, not because of the eyeshadows necessarily, but just how the palette itself was put together. And this is like heavy duty. Usually they're like so flimsy over it, but this is nice. So I'm gonna hold on to that to always put back over the top to protect. But again, you see I hadn't taken my cover off my mirror, but there are my camera is not wanting to focus. Maybe if I just put it directly behind my face. But the little box is velvet, so it feels really good and nice. A few brushes, and we're going to start. You know, some people build light to dark, some people go dark to light. I just do whatever floats my boat at the moment. So, you know, I am what I am, and I'm gonna do it how I want to do it. Nobody can tell me any different. With that, I'm just kidding. Alright, so I'm looking at my brushes. My personal favorites, this is the Luxie, but I have a BH Cosmetic that's shaped exactly the same, which actually is my most favorite one, and I don't know where it's at the moment. But I like them to be tapered at an angle. I'm going to set those down, and I do not have Alright, I'm going to do, obviously I'm going to do purples, but let's see. And I'm also going to try to hold all this at the same time. I think I'm going to start with Blood Queen, which is the darker purple over on the left side. Some of my shadows are messed up a little bit. I've not even swatched, but that's okay. Now I'm messing up my little crown. I'm gonna cry. All right, so we're going to do that. We're just gonna, we'll set that back over there. Just reach across. All right. Ooh. I also primed my eyes with ColourPop concealer, Fair 00, which is the white. Okay, so I'm definitely not remotely, obviously, you know, finished, because it does take me forever. But right now I'm just kind of going into the crease of the eye here. And I don't know what it is with when I get to those parts of the eye now, eyeshadow goes further up than what I'm used to over there. I don't know. We're going to go back in. I'm going to try to intensify both of these colors. Yeah. It did pretty good. Go back in this corner over here. In case you're new to my channel and you haven't watched previous videos, welcome. I should have said that already. So I will be doing some editing and rearranging. But welcome to my channel. Hi, how are you? No. But yes, I appreciate you being here. Hopefully you find something that you like, because I'm so eclectic at what I do. Yes, I'm eclectic. I'm also eccentric. I don't know the words that I'm quite looking for. Sometimes I'm schizo, it seems like. But if you do find something you like, which I hope you do, please subscribe. I have a giveaway currently going that ends March 31st. You do have to be subscribed to me. I need to be able to verify that you're subscribed to me, so that means you need to be set to public. There's certain things that you need to do for me in the video that's throughout the video that I asked you to do and things. And with that, like I said, I hope you subscribe. Please click the like button and we'll get on with this. We are currently blending out, I don't want to stick my head down, Blood Queen. I almost said Queen Bitch, but that's the lips. Alright. So what I was saying, if you're new to my channel and you haven't watched previous videos, or if you've already been subscribed and you failed to watch the video, I had a procedure called, and I'm going to pronounce it wrong every time, blepharoplasty. It's PH, I think. And basically it's an eye lift. I had very hooded eyes. They, especially on my right side, to y'all it may look like you look, but to me it's the right. But anyway, yeah, it came down and it was affecting the actual eyelashes and things. And they were getting to where they were bothering me. So the doctor went in. So I'm not hooded. I still have really small eyelid space, but now I can just look straight on and I can actually see eyelid instead of all upper folds down. So with that, I'm really thankful for the doctor. He did a wonderful job. You can't, even without makeup, you can't see any scarring except for there's a tiny bit at the bottom corner on my left eye right here. But if you don't actually look at it, you don't see it. So it's good. Okay, next I'm going to go in with the Vivid Moon, which is the one right there. We're going to take Vivid Moon, Feather Up on the eye, okay, and this brush, by the way, is from Sugar Rush. It was their one of their cactus brushes. It's okay. Again, not one of my favorites, but I haven't really done makeup videos since before I went on vacation in October. And from those, when I went on vacation, I just sort of unpacked and threw them in places. And so I need to find them all and gather them up. All right, now some of y'all know that I talked in my last video about some things and issues, and I don't know that... All right, my camera cut off, so I apologize. I don't know that this is the right channel or venue. I mean, YouTube is a great venue, I guess, for it, but necessarily this particular channel. But I'm just talking about life in general right now. So, okay, I'm going to go in with Dungeon, which is this really dark purple, to darken up smaller in the crease area. But I have been struggling with weight issues for on and off my whole life. But when I was younger, in late teens, early 20s, I was very active. Well, not even late teens, I meant early teens through, I guess, early 20s. I rode mountain bikes a lot. I did a lot of hiking, backpacking, that sort of thing. So I kept the weight off. But then life always has a way of throwing curveballs to people. So I ended up with my first pregnancy, had to have a C-section. It's me. I had what the doctor called failure to dilate after, I don't know, 40 something hours of hard labor. I never would dilate. And the doctor was like, she wasn't there because this was in the middle of the night. So finally, actually, I think it's around 6 o'clock, the nurse is like, she's like, I just don't think you can go on anymore. The baby's heartbeat's going low. We really need to get the doctor in here. So the doctor came. They rushed me in. They did a C-section. And my son had to be intubated because he had swallowed water and quit breathing, which was scary in itself. Then the next day, the doctor came in to me and she's like, if you'd have waited just any bit longer, she's like, you probably wouldn't be here today. And I'm like, what, you know, and I was like, what are you talking about? Because of the contractions trying to push the baby out, like that's what they're meant to do. But since the cervix wouldn't open, it just was forcing him down and down and down, that it had stretched the uterus. She said you could read a newspaper through it. It was that thin, and it was to the point of rupturing. So all that good and said, but anyway, so I was out for a while, obviously, and I put on a little weight. I actually weighed less after I had him, but as I couldn't do as much, I gained weight. Then complications between him and our second son landed me on IV antibiotics and steroids for 8 weeks for a mastoid infection, which it's part of the ear system, but it's not like the inner or outer ear. It's behind the inner ear. It's a bony mass that sits at the base of your skull. So I had an infection in there and had to take all that. Well, I don't know if the doctors didn't tell me that antibiotics makes birth control ineffective, but we wanted another child. I would have loved to have 2, 3 more. I'd had a pregnancy before our first son, fertility baby, that was anencephalic, which meant that the baby had no brainstem, and they said that there's other fetal anomalies, like the arms weren't developed right and different things, and it looked like the heart was outside the chest wall. And just say, but that's not what I saw when I saw the ultrasound. I saw a heartbeat and little legs kicking. That's a whole nother thing we'd have to get into later to talk about. But so I went right into the second pregnancy. Well, I mean, they're 21 months apart. I had to stop and count. The youngest was born in January, the oldest was born in April. So yeah, 21 months between them. So it's not too bad. I mean, it's not like they were 9 months apart like some people have. But through all that, again, being inactive with the IV antibiotic and steroid because I couldn't do anything, and then the pregnancy. Well, and then I failed to mention with the first pregnancy, actually, I was put on bed rest the first week of the second trimester or second week of second trimester. But I kept bleeding all through the first trimester. Anytime I did things, I would bleed. But they said that's also normal for some people. But it typically stops in the second trimester. But I had gestational diabetes. That's the reason I weighed less than I did before I got pregnant, because I watched everything I ate. I had no sugar, no nothing. I exercised and all that. Now I done lost my thought where I'm going. But anyway, so I was on bed rest for, over half the pregnancy was not fun. Got addicted to video games all over again, and I've been playing ever since. And then I had my son William, and he's the light of my life, just like his older brother. Alright, now I've got 3 colors on my eyes so far. First we laid down the Blood Queen, then I went in with Vivid Mood, and now Dungeon to darken up. Now I am also going to take up here where it's still, I kind of got the darker that I didn't necessarily want on these outer parts. I am going to go in with a lighter color here in a minute. So let me decide which shade. I gotta look at myself. Look at the colors. What do I want to do now? I may keep everything super dark. Actually, I think I am. I think I'm going to take the Dungeon that I was just doing. Okay, we're going to put this almost over the entire lid. Well, at least halfway. It's not the right brush for that, but I'm trying to pack it in there some. Okay. So needless to say, lots of weight gain. Lots of weight gain. I mean, I'll just tell you, at this point, I'm well over 100 pounds from where I was when I got married. And I ended up having to have a hysterectomy back in 2007. And Then right after that, I had a car accident. I didn't have an accident, but, well, I was in the accident. A trailer that was being, a pickup truck was meeting me head on, and he had a trailer. It was like I think a 16-foot or 18-foot, tow behind trailer, like behind a pickup truck. It had came off, and he didn't have safety chains on. And the trailer, that he was coming downhill, I'm going uphill. The trailer broke loose from him. Car in front of me stopped. I stopped. Car behind me stopped. Everybody else was still passing us on the left lane, and I'm like, why are y'all passing us? There's this freaking trailer coming at us. Well, at the last second, the trailer made this really sharp curve, and it was still a good couple of car lengths ahead of me, and I was like, oh, it's going to miss us. But it wouldn't even hit me because there was a car in front of me. But again, as that trailer turned, he gunned it, took off, went around the trailer, and as he did, that trailer turned back and struck me head on. It shoved the front hitch all the way through the radiator into the engine block of the vehicle I was in. So, I mean, I didn't have to go to the hospital or anything. Well, I did. I went to emergency room later that night because I didn't feel anything wrong at the accident other than I told him my left wrist hurt. But my neck just kept getting worse and worse and worse. And anyway, it turned out the doctor they told me later that it was like one of the worst cases of whiplash I'd ever seen. But the reason being is because when I saw it coming, I braced. And I mean, I was so stiff. And when I went stiff, that just plow back and forth like that was just horrible. And to this day, I still have horrible neck problems. But again, more steroids for the pain, more than, so weight gain. Well, anyway, I have lost 50 pounds on my own over the past year or so. But it was a struggle. It wasn't a struggle really to get the weight off. But I have issues now being mobile, not because of the weight, but because of psoriatic arthritis, which is an autoimmune. And when I say that, a lot of times people don't realize, I don't think that it's an autoimmune disorder. It's not just normal arthritis. And then with that, I have fibromyalgia, so I have the muscular pain, I have the joint pain and stuff. And there are days that is unbearable. And I was taking Humira, but I went off of Humira and they switched me to Stelara, however you say that. I had my first injection of the Stelara about 3 weeks ago. So you have your first dose, and then I think it's 8 weeks later, and then it's 12 weeks after that, and then 12 weeks every time after, where the Humira was every 2 weeks. So we'll see. I had a horrible, horrible headache, which was one of the side effects and stuff. But I went in December to see a bariatric surgeon, and I am having surgery. This was a really hard thing to decide to do. But I'm having surgery Tuesday, March 11th. And I'm having what they call the duodenal switch modified version, which produces the most weight loss, the most sustainable weight loss as well, because people who just have the sleeve gastrectomy, they can tend to stretch out their stomach and gain the weight back. I mean, that's not to say that that couldn't happen to what I'm having, because essentially I'm having a combination of a sleeve gastrectomy and the Roux-en-Y procedure, the one that a lot of people gastric bypass. That's I guess the other word for that one. So this is kind of a combination between the two that I'll be getting. I had never heard of it until I went to this doctor, and I've since looked it up and researched about it too and everything. But I want to let y'all know about that, because I want to show the progression, I guess. And I guess is what I'm asking is, do y'all want this on this channel too while I get ready, and then show y'all like progress of my body and weight and all that kind of stuff? Or would you prefer that I set up a different channel for that? But as you can tell, like my arms and stuff, I do not have big arms. Now here, I've got a little fat, but everywhere else they're not. And my legs are just like my arms. My legs from where they connect to my body down to my ankles are really little. I store no fat there. I've always, my whole life, everybody's called me bird legs because of it, which I find funny, but that's just because I've had those little tiny legs. So I don't think I'm gonna have any issues with skin surgery. I don't have like lymphedema or lipedema that other people, but I don't think you usually start getting that until you get like 400, 500 pounds, and I'm remotely nowhere near that, thank goodness. But still, at the weight I am, which is pretty much 2 people, you know, needs to go. All right, now I'm going into Executioner, which is this gorgeous black purple shift with the shimmer in it. This is taking forever. They're all going to give up on me. Okay. I'm packing that all into, is my mirror's not in your way, okay. Putting it into the corners. Yeah, I'm going to try that with a dry brush over that. And get a different one here. Let's see what I'll pull out. No, I still didn't get, I don't have a lot of shimmer. Well, I guess I do. When I move, okay, I can see the sparkly now. I was like, I'm not seeing sparkle. But it is. Alright, so from that, I still have a little bit more blending between probably the dark and the variation going up. All right, now, what do you think? I'm either going to go into Pink Magic, which is this one, or Wet Jewel, which is this one here. One has a little more purple cast, one's more of a pink cast. I guess I'll go with the more purple cast, and we'll see. Since I am doing purple eyes. All right, get a little bit more water on my hand because I am going to wet my brush. But yeah, also prayers for my friend Kendi. Jane, if y'all don't follow her, Kendi she's been having digestive issues. I hope she doesn't mind. But anyway, she's having a procedure done today, so prayers to her. Prayers to anybody out there who needs prayers and things, that they're doing well. My surgery, unfortunately, will be out of town. I will be going to Fort Smith, Arkansas, which is about a 2.5, which I mean, it's not like a long way. It's a 2.5 hour ride from here. The bad thing is, though, is that I will have to stay in the area Because you're supposed to, after you get discharged from the hospital, most people get sent home and then you don't see the doctor again for 2 weeks. My doctor is going out of town on the 17th or 18th. Because 2 weeks would be the, what, 21st? I can't even add that in my head. No, I don't have my phone. People have probably been calling me. My phone's, I don't know where I laid it down. But anyway, whatever. But 2 weeks is not, he won't be there. So I have to stay though from the 10th through the 16th in this town, Fayetteville, Arkansas. And then on the 16th, which is just 5 days after surgery, they're going to consider that my 2 week. Okay, I don't know if y'all can tell what I was doing there. Okay, I've got the color on the brush. Okay, so I'm gonna close my eyes and see if y'all can kind of see. Okay, is what I did was, okay, I put it in the corners, and then when I come up to where the crease is, I kind of run the brush a little bit in the actual crease, not all the way, but about halfway around. So it kind of goes in, and then now I'm going to kind of lightly tap out, or drag out, I mean, into the black. I don't know if that, there. Okay. I'm not sure that I like it being quite that dark. So let me wipe this really dark off of my brush. Okay. I'm just going to dip into the one above it, that wet jewel. We're going to see if we can lighten that up just a tad. But I've already started my pre-op plan. I actually been sort of doing it for 3 days already. It's only supposed to be done 7 days before surgery, but I started it. It's 2 protein shakes a day and then 1 high protein meal. I, however, have been doing that already. Oh God, break JeffreeStar's mirror already, and I just got it in. Okay, it just fell off the desk. Hit me in the knee. Okay, all right. So now I'm going into Your Majesty. I have to stop and look again. Okay, and I'm going to put that back up at the very top where I kind of didn't want the darker purple in there. Of course, the day before surgery is clear liquid only, and of course you have to do your lovely colon prep and stuff. And my thing says start it by 12 during the day, but she told me not to worry. I have a pre-op visit with the doctor at 1 in Fayetteville. She said just wait till I get done with the visit with him. It'll be plenty of time. Still not satisfied with that. Let me get a different brush here. Let me see. You go back with this is my tiniest little one, but I need to, it's got black on it. I did that. All right. Now I'm going to go into the Beauty Sleep just to see. Oh, it did. Beauty Sleep lightened it. I only went directly in the middle at the moment. But I think I'm going to carry this There we go. There we go. That's giving me more of a look-alike. Okay, so that is really about it with the eyeshadows. Now, I don't know if you can see, but I do have quite a bit of fallout from only from the Executioner, which was that really dark purple black shift. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the video off. I will finish out my eyes with liner, eyelashes, eyebrows, and I may do lips on screen, I may not. Just depends on how I feel when I'm off. But yeah, so right now that's what it looks, and it may be slightly different when I come back because sometimes I will decide I don't like something. But so far I hope you're liking it. Sorry for all my rambling and rants and ravings. And I haven't really ranted, but you know. All right, I just love looking at the palette. It's so pretty. I really like the scroll work that goes around the edging. It's actually raised. You can feel it, which is really nice. And I think when I come back with my next look for y'all, maybe not today, but tomorrow, I may do another. I'm going to use this Bleeding Heart, which is a really pretty, on camera to y'all, it looks more like a dark coral almost, but it's more of an orange. I mean, coral has orange in it, but it is orange. It's not a coral, but it's a shimmer as well. Alright, so that's where I'm at. I'm going to pop the camera off, finish up this rest, and then I will be back with y'all in a bit. Good enough. Okay everyone, I am back with the finished look. I didn't glue my hair down. So my little lace, I tried to tuck it under and it keeps peeking through. Okay, so, and I am having issues with this eyelash. First I tried glue and I used Duo lash glue and it didn't stick, and as you can tell now it's popping up. So then I switched to which brand was it? Babe. It didn't stick. Now I switched to magnetic. And that one still won't stay down. So I guess I have to look at it from this side. So let me know what you think of the eye look. Minus the freaking eyelash that's driving me crazy. Oh my gosh, I'm just going to pull it off. Oh. Okay. No, I haven't done this in a while, and that figures something would go wrong with it. But anyway, I really like the curls. Woof! Look at that. Curls, curls, curls for days. So again, thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed. Click the like button. You know, I don't have to worry about being monetized because that's a long way off. but your likes, you know, I appreciate them, and it makes me appreciate y'all so much more. And everything I used in here was a JeffreeStar except for the foundation, which was the, I still can't pronounce it, Guerlain Paris. Lingerie. Aqua Nude is the color that I have. SPF 20. I use the Meteorite pearls on my skin, which I think gave it a nice bright color. And I used 3 different JeffreeStar lips to decide what to come up with, because the first one was Blow Pony. So I put Blow Pony down. Didn't really care for it that well. Not with the eyes anyway, that was. It just didn't look right. Okay, then I went with Royal Armor, thinking, well, that would help. Well, that just made it worse. So then I think I put a tad of, actually I used 4, because I put a tad of Berries on Ice, but just like a touch, and then kind of rubbed it in. And then I ended up with, at the end is I'm Vulgar. And then I topped it off with Swan. Oh, sorry, that's what I call myself. Jeannie, Makeup Jeannie. The gloss. And this is the Sickening. So that's on there. As far as the eyes, I used, I don't remember how many colors exactly that I used. Okay, I started off with Blood Queen. Then I went into Vivid Mood. And then I moved into Dungeon. I also used Deviant. I used Executioner. And just because I wasn't satisfied, I used Pink Magic, Wet Jewel, and then Your Majesty, which is this white one right up at the brow line. And so that is it. I'm gonna cover this eye because the eyelash has fallen off. So I love everybody out there. Y'all have a beautiful, wonderful evening. And I will catch y'all next time. Love y'all.